folks, and welcome to episode 33 of Vinyl Reveals. Thank you once again for joining me, or not. Anyway, episode 33, it's Sunday, sun shining, I've been out for a bike ride, wind's picking up, it's quite nice, it's mixing out. That's your weather lowdown for today in Wolverhampton. Well, there you go, episode 33. And that was, a little intro music there was by a band called Body Type, and they are from Australia. And that song was called The Charm. I've only just heard about these via Dermot off Twitter. Via Dermot. I think Dermot went to see them the other night. And the album is just come out. It was recorded in 2020. So we've been waiting a while and it's just come out. Everything is dangerous, but nothing's surprising. That's what the album is called. Interesting title. And they are Sophie McComish, Annabelle Blackman, Cecil Coleman, and Georgia Wilkinson de Rums. It's a fine name. It's a rousing call of exuberance. There you go. People have called it. It's good. Just getting into it. I listened to it once all the way through. It's really good. So check those guys out. Body Type, they're called, from Australia. I think the first pressing of the albums sold out. There weren't many. You still get on CD. It's quite expensive to get from Australia though. The old shipping rates are a bit astronomical. But if you can get hold of it, or just buy the digital download, which is about 11 quid. Well, there you go. Worth checking out. Episode 33. Episode 33 is Happy Father's Day to everybody, all my people, all the viewers out there, and everybody who's a father. Congratulations. Keep up the good work. I know you're all doing a great job. So that's it. Happy Father's Day episode. And I hope you got some records, or if you get a gift, I hope it's not just chocolate. Hopefully they've seen sense and done a bit of research, seen what you're into. I know this episode's probably a couple of days late. They could have got you this download for this album, or got you this album I'm going to reveal, or indeed Body Types. So struggling to remember all the names of these bands. It's so fast and furious. But anyway, yeah, good stuff. Let's get on with it, Keith. No shouting. It's going to be a quick episode, like normal. And today's vinyl reveal is. It's not in a bag or a box because I opened it up, so I was that intrigued by it, and I'd also got it on cassette, because I was that enamoured by it. But there you go. Today's album reveal is Crime of Passing by Crime of Passing, self-titled debut album, and I've got this from Juno Records, Juno Records, worth checking out online. They do musical instruments as well and stuff like that. And the only reason I heard about that is from Ian at the record shop in Stourbridge, because I asked him if you could get it, and he said Juno have got it. So Juno Records must be quite a well-known one in the trade, perhaps. So worth checking out. Juno, check those out. I think I paid about 28 quid for it. It's come from America. It's quite difficult to get hold of. They're an American band from Cincinnati. Might have mentioned them before. Yeah, Crime of Passing. So let's get into it without further ado. Trusty scalpel blade is here. Shrink wrap's quite tight. Oh, we shall endeavour to get in there. There you go. Crime of Passing. They're on Feel It Records and via Future Shock as well. Future Shock have got a number of bands, including The Surfs, which I vinyl revealed time back, probably about a year ago. And The Drin. All bands from Cincinnati, Ohio. The less said about Cincinnati, the better. Being a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Anyway, so yeah, but some good music coming out of there through Detriti, who are a German record label as well. So they've got something to do with it as well. It was released on 22nd of April 2022. It's not been out too long. It's 27 minutes 45 seconds only, so short, sharp, electric shock of underground punk, I suppose you call this, cold wave, post-punk, really good stuff, so it's electrifying. Refrain from doing a grease pose on that. And it's an interesting cover. Now, I'm into my comic book art, and I like the black and white feel of this, sort of gothic feel, where we've got this young lady, presumably, with a chain around her neck, and there's a little tag there with an eye on it, and then there's something going on over her eye there, like a bit like a monocle type thing, it's reminding me of. But I really like the black and white feel of that artwork. You can almost like see the pen in it, where it's been illustrated and scratched like fine liner and use of the old Sharpie and things like that, possibly. But yeah, I really like that. It's really like comic book, reminds me of Vertigo, DC's Vertigo a little bit, if anything, artwork wise. And so does this. It's extra piece of artwork up the side, which looks like charcoal almost on there, on textured paper. So I like that. It's an intriguing cover. And they've even got their own little hand-drawn logo, which is really cool. You know, not done in. It looks hand-drawn anyway. Yeah, I really like that. So very arty. Going on to the back, we've got these Roman numeral kind of serif A and B, which is quite nice. Harking back to the books of old. So that's good, I like that. And then yes, this very kind of Germanic, I suppose you call it, serif font, with a track listing. And track listing is Off My Shoulder, followed by Damrak, followed by Tender Fixation, followed by Vision Talk, and then on to side B we've got Hunting Knife, Interlude, World on Fire, Midnight Underground, and Ways of Hiding. Feel It Records there, nice little scripty sort of 70s font, like that. Cool. Again, we've got a similar illustration there on the rear of a high-heeled boot on a checkered floor. Again, make of that what you will. Very dreamy and wondery and kind of feel to it. So let's get inside, see what we've got. Okey-doke. Okay, nothing hiding there. Pop that up there. That's been look nice on the wall. That. Download code there. We've got this little insert. Let's put that there a second. On this kind of mauve, is that mauve, that colour? Lavender, let's call it. Lavender coloured paper card with sort of photocopied artwork there. Shots of the band. Yeah, so we've got a female lead singer. And I'll go through the band shortly. And then up the top right there we've got Crime of Passing. There you go, it tells you who's in the band. Andy Lumen, vocals. Dakota Carlisle, guitar, synth and programming. Brad Kennedy on drums. We've got Chuck Walden on bass. Really drives the bass through the whole of this album, Chuck does. Dylan McCratney on synth, keys, percussion and bass. It's recorded by John Hoffman and Dakota Carlisle at Lambda Research, Hampton County Youth Prevention Centre and the Lodge. Very interesting. To get onto on Google Maps after and find out where that is. County Youth Prevention Centre. Okay, very cool. Mixed by John Hoffman and Dakota Carlisle. Mastered by Will Killingworth at Dead Air Studios. Artwork by Cassidy McGinley. So Cassidy, congratulations on that great cover. I really like that. Saxophone, some sax on some of these, on all songs by Eric Dietrich. Thank you to Sam Richardson for everything that you've done to make this record a reality. Again, Feel It Records then with the kind of little logo, different logo going on. So I like that. Very sort of DIY, and they're very small. You know, these bands are kind of struggling to make ends meet probably, and they're trying to get these records out, trying to be heard. And if I can do a bit of that, I think all the better. So I like all the bands on this label, they're all great. They're bringing something new to it. So really good. Don't mind that at all. Very cool. Pop that up there. Let's get to the nitty gritty. We've just got a black, simple inner sleeve. Okay. Crime of Passing. Let's have a look at this. Okay, side A. Okay. There's the inner disc. Again, the logo on there, which I like, and the chain. And the track listing, which is nice. And Feel It Records logo. See if there's anything on the runoff. Just looks like numbers. On there. That's the back. Yeah, there's nothing etched to run off of note. And the same on the back, just a different track listings. And Feel It Records, well, they've got two logos they like to use for some reason. Okay, which is fair enough. It feels like a decent weight of vinyl. Let's just weigh it for the weigh fans, record weighing fans out there. It all looks okay. Slight scuffing on that one side by the look of it. Can't tell if that's just something. Nothing of major of note. Might just be a bit of dust or dirt or something. Anyway, pop it on the scales. Let's say 150 for this. 141, which is cool. Pretty good. So well done, Crime of Passing. Black vinyl. I know. I think there are versions of this on clear vinyl, or some of the ones, I think. Slightly more expensive. This is a straightforward black, which is fine by me. Pop it back in there, safekeeping. Look at that in a bit. Right, let's just take that off. So you can see that. Falls down the back of the sofa. Nearly. Okay. Anyway, let's get into the nitty gritty of this. Yeah, some throughout this, like it's quite dark. So as I said, cold wave, apocalyptic melodrama. I've put there's some emotional pronouncements in there of a species racing headlong into its finality. I think I've read that somewhere. Not quite as clever as that to write this. Well, there you go. But I think that I kind of saw that and it summed it up nicely. As I say, self-titled debut. It's short and sharp. And this Cincinnati, this vibrant post-punk underground that's going on at the moment over there, which is really cool. Alongside the Drin and the Surfs, two other bands I did mention. And something else I read, 9 cold tracks for a new dark age. Very cold, very a little bit difficult maybe to get into, but once you got into it and once you let that darkness envelop you, really cool, really like it. As I say, been through people who enjoyed, there's some Joy Division in there, Bikini Kill, the bass is really driving some like some really cool bass in there. Also, but Dot Sam Souders, whoever he is, so he might have something to do with the record too, I'm sure. So let's get into it. Off My Shoulder, it's the first track. It starts with a sound akin to a laser beam from a UFO abducting folk or cows. I mean, they're up for abducting anything really, so I mean, why I've singled out folk and people and cows, I'm not sure, but anyway. So the really thumping bass line throughout this, really nice bass, and the synth in there too, but it's not overly synthy, and I felt throughout this as a nice mix, and nothing sort of fights with each other particularly. You don't think, oh, this is really synthy or this is really guitar and rocky. It sort of all melds nicely. It's just a thing, a nice wholesome round thing in itself. Layers of drench up, and some nice guitar riffs that coming in at 111. This is like a descending to the depths sound, some machine gun drumming as well. So throughout this as well, drumming's really good. Some really good musicianship going on, and it's like breathless. It's a breathless pace pretty much throughout this. There are some highs and lows in it, some ups and dark, lights and dark, which is nice. vocal on a precipice I've put on the first one, Off My Shoulder. So just she's got this what's the girl's name, sorry, Andy. Andy's got this voice which is got a nice range to it, which is like aching and it's vulnerable, feels a bit vulnerable in places. It's quite, you know, it's quite powerful too. She's got a nice range, really like it, and it holds the album together, and she's got she's got real power. And I think in those photos there we've seen, I think that really comes across. So there you go. Great songs throughout. I think really it's quite difficult to hear the lyrics. I've hardly picked up on it. I'm a bit, you know, I wish there'd been some lyrics in here to be honest, but I don't know if that really matters too much at the moment. Obviously they want a bit of a shoestring budget. It ain't the most well produced album in the world or anything like that. I'd like to have been the vocals a bit higher in the mix kind of thing, but anyway, it is what it is. It's goth, it's dark, it's impulsive, it's all there. On Damrak, she's got a powerful voice again, plenty of shades of grey. I've put on 140, the guitar comes in. There's some spikes of synth in there as well, which are really good. There's a really dirty bass line in this at 17 seconds in, just comes in. Some nice little entrances into these songs I felt as well. Really cool, keeps you guessing at the start. Really good. Biting lyrically, very biting throughout. Number 3, Tender Fixation, one of their top songs on the album. I thought 100 miles an hour, this song just batters the senses, you know, just full on. Really good. Music for Ghost Rider I've put. I don't know what it was, sort of about that, the leather clad Ghost Rider, chains wearing off his neck, and it just had that feel to it all the time. Gorgeous, clever underlying riffs as well, so some nice underlining melody and riffs under there too. 124, bit of light, and a bit of light comes in, shaft of light acts as a platform for her to preach, and then it hurtles off again into this sci-fi. It's just like this whizzing sci-fi stuff, really cool stuff. Got some more then. We got industrial themes throughout, quite industrial. There's some industrial sounds going on throughout it, which I really liked. A little like a futuristic games arcade, and number 5, Hunting Night at the end. So look out for that. Some warm fuzzy bass as well. Really cool. There's an interlude in here which is nice. Just called interlude, like an underwater cash register. Sound weirdness going on. Really interesting. Really pricks up the ears. Think, oh god, this is really cool. I haven't really heard that sound even before anyway. Like Echo the Dolphin sounds almost. That computer game from back in the day. Just reminded me of that. Number 7, World on Fire. Chiming, scratchy guitars at one. It thrashes you about like you're being grabbed by a shark. It's like that. It really does that too. Some rolling drums, great structure in there as well. Very distinct, and a nice drum outro. So check that out. Drum outro, World on Fire, number 7. Great song all the way through, consistently good. Midnight Underground, number 8. Prehistoric start to it, like a short, sharp tale from the lower reaches of the human existence. You know, if you like that, you're into this. You're gonna like it. 140 blasts and unforgiving again. You will listen. You will definitely listen. It's almost like, oi, you grab you. Listen to this. Really good. Chuns as it chimes, it trips, and it's got real swagger to it. So number 8, and number 9, it's all over in a flash, and you're like, what's happened? Ways of Hiding. Really Peter Hook bass line in this opening. Some really synth lush, and a nice ending again. Just brings something different to it. Subtle, haunting vocals on it again. Depeche Mode a little bit, JD mashup. I thought more interjecting drums, like 140. The skins are really tight on these drums and tinny, like really, it's like Spitfire. 210 OMD, like high pitch, low love, New Order prattle. I put New Order prattle. It's a thing. It's a thing. Evidently, it's a thing. I wouldn't have wrote it if it's not a thing. And there you go. That's it. It like really sucks you in the face, draws you in. It's dark. It's atmospheric. She's got a great vocal. There's great musicianship in there. The synth, the driving bass, there's heavy beating, rattling drums. It's got everything you're gonna need in some post-punk love from Cincinnati. Give these guys some love. Brilliant stuff. Crime of Passing, ladies and gentlemen, with self-debut titled Crime of Passing School. There you go. if you can get hold of it. If not, just get the download. Just buy the download. Support up and coming music wherever it is in the world. It's good. Support it. Why not? Give these guys some love. Anyway, I'm going to lose it down back a second again. Anyway, that's it. That was episode 33. So I thought I'd do it over in a whirlwind, just like the album. So let's stick it on. We'll go for Off My Shoulder. Track 1. Side A. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Happy Father's Day if you're out there having a meal or anything like that, or being treated. I hope you're enjoying it. And I shall get off, enjoy myself, have some tea in a bit, have a cup of tea. I'm gasping for a brew. So I hope you enjoyed that Vulnerable Reveals. We're back again soon. I've even signed up for TikTok. So I'm going to do some daft little ones on TikTok after this. You know, just very short, sharp. This is this, boom, boom. It's like this. This is the best song, bang. Just try them. It's TikTok. You know, trying to regain my youth or something. Anyway, just bear with me, folks. I'll pop this on. Oh, oil in a minute. There you go. The record playing behind itself. It's going. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Take care, folks, and see you soon.